Make no mistake, the state of the economy is what many people are thinking about. Globally, according to the Wall Street Journal, 3/4 of CEOs feel that we are in a recession or will be in the next 12 to 18 months. This can definitely affect the real estate market, and we're seeing the market shifts as we speak. Homes are not flying off the shelf anymore. We aren't seeing bidding wars, and interest rates continue to increase and increase steadily. We see that buyers have less buying power and are unsure of what to do. Let's look at what the real estate experts and advisors are here to say. Hi, this is Michael Chu at M Realty. My goal is to help you navigate this ever-changing market. Let's look at how mortgage rates have behaved over the last 40 years during times of recession. While there's no way to know how the market will behave and what will happen, it is still good to reflect on how past recessions have historically affected the real estate market. Over the last 40 years, you can see that mortgage rates have actually fallen during times of recession, an average of 1.8 percentage point from peak over the last 5 recessions. History also tells us that the recessions do not automatically mean we are going to see a housing crisis. So as you consider your next real estate move, note that recession does not mean 2008, and we can help give you a greater real estate experience. Today, let's see what experts are telling us why it is not a housing bubble. So below, there are 3 graphs to show there isn't a housing bubble with all the headlines and buzz in the media. Some consumers believe market is in a housing bubble. As the housing market shifts, you may be wondering what's happening next. It's only natural for concerns to creep in that it could repeat of what took place in 2008. The good news is there's concrete data to show why this is nothing like the last time. There's a shortage of home on the market today, not a surplus. The supply of inventory needed to sustain a normal real estate market is approximately 6 months. Anything more than that is an overabundance and will cause price to depreciate. Any less than that, there is a shortage and will lead to continued price appreciation. For historical context, there were too many homes for sale during the housing crisis, many of which were short sale and foreclosures, and that caused prices to tumble. Today, supply is growing, but there is still a shortage of inventory available. The graph below uses data from the National Association of Realtors to show how this time compares to the crash. Today, unsold inventory sits at just about 3 months supply at the current sale pace. One of the reasons inventory is still low is because sustained underbuilding. When you couple that with ongoing buyer demands as millennials age into their peak home buying years, it continues to put upward pressure on home prices. That limited supply compared to buyer demand is why experts forecast home prices won't fall this time. Mortgage standards were much more relaxed during the crash. During the lead up to the housing crisis, it was much easier to get home loan than it is today. The graph below showcases data on the Mortgage Credit Availability Index, MCAI, from the Mortgage Bankers Association. The higher the number, the easier it is to get mortgage. Running up to 2006, banks were creating artificial demand by lowering lending standards and making it easy for just about anyone to qualify for home loan or refinance their current home. Back then, lending institutions took on much greater risk in both person and mortgage products offered, and that led to mass defaults, foreclosures, and falling prices. Today, things are different, and purchasers face much higher standards from mortgage companies. Mark Fleming, chief economist at First American, says credit standards tightened in recent months due to increased economic uncertainty and monetary policy tightening. Stricter standards like these are in today help prevent a risk of rash of foreclosures like there was last time. The foreclosure volume is nothing like it was during the crash. The most obvious differences is the number of homeowners that were facing foreclosure after the housing bubble burst. Foreclosure has been on the way down since the crash because buyers today are more qualified and less likely to default on their loan. The graph below uses the data from Atom Data Solutions to tell the story. In addition, homeowners today are equity rich, not tapped out. In the run-up to the housing bubble, some homeowners were using their homes as a personal ATM Many immediately withdraw their equity once it built up. When home values begin to fall, some homeowners found them in a negative equity situation where the amount they owed on their mortgage was greater than the value of the home. Some of these homeowners decided to walk away from their homes, and that led to a wave of distressed property listings for foreclosures and short sales, which sold at a considerable discount, and that lowered the value of the homes in the area. Today, prices have risen nicely over the last few years, and that's given a homeowner an equity boost. According to Black Knight, in total, mortgage holders gained $2.8 trillion in tappable equity over the past 12 months, a 34% increase that equates to more than $207,000 in equity available per borrower. With the average home equity now standing at $207,000, homeowners are in a completely different position this time. Bottom line, it is getting closer to the normal market, still not quite 5 to 7 months of inventory level, so it is still a seller's market, but with a whole lot more choices for buyers and sellers are now more willing to negotiate. If any of this perspective helps you with how you see the market, please like, comment, and subscribe so we can continue to provide you with relevant real estate knowledge in this fast-shifting market. Enabling our viewers to buy and sell with confidence is our ultimate goal. Reach out to me or my team to find out what the buying or selling process would look like for you. This is Michael Chu of M Realty, and let's go out and make it a great day.